Hello, everybody. Whoa, we got Mrs. Pendergrass on the call today. What? Awesome. Hello, Mr. Olson, Mr. Cotty. Hello, Miss Rhonda, Mr. Morales, Mr. McMoyle. Thank you for joining me. I know you have a really busy daytime schedule. Mr. McGraw, hello. Mr. Blackman, Miss White, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Maldonado. Look at all these people coming on in. Guys, say hi in the chat. I'm saying hi to you. Come on, give me some love. Say hello in the chat box. We're going to get started in about like 60 to 90 seconds. Thank you, Mr. Olson. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Really excited about this topic. If you guys have been in the martial arts entrepreneurs group for some time, you know that we put out massive amounts of pieces of content. Every single day during the week, content is coming out. A lot of it is video content. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. How can you leverage video marketing, and not just for your prospects, but also for your students as a retention strategy, right? I know all of us are always so like focused and honed in on recruiting, but retention is especially important. We're in the back to school season for most of you. The kids here in Florida started a few weeks ago. I know more up north, they usually don't start until after Labor Day, but we've got to make sure that once we focus on those enrollments, it's now all about retention, because we want to be able to get them to December for our holiday event. And if you don't know about the holiday event, then I would suggest checking out Maya because it is a really, really epic strategy, right? So I still got a couple of more people coming in. Just want to make sure, does everybody have a smartphone? Is there anybody that has a flip phone? Mr. McGraw, do you have a flip phone, sir? No, we got a smartphone? Okay, good. Because if you got a flip phone, today's training is going to be really, really difficult for you. But if you have a smartphone, today's training is going to be awesome, because I think there's this huge misconception that you need to have a $2,000 or $5,000 camera to be able to get this done. You don't. All you need is a smartphone, and a tripod to hold the smartphone usually makes this a little bit easier as well. Okay, so let's go ahead. Give me, Mr. Olson, I was looking at cameras on Amazon last night. Yeah, so we use Canon and Nikon. You can't go wrong. We use a DSLR camera. I'd be happy to share the link. Amazon, you can get some really cool packages, but a lot of times all the extra stuff in the packages you're really not going to end up utilizing. But you know, you don't have to drop thousands and thousands of dollars. What I have found is you know, as my businesses develop and grow and I develop new skill sets, sometimes we find a love for some of those different skill sets, and maybe photography or videography is one of those things. And it might make sense because maybe you have a passion or you want to go all in to, you know, invest in an expensive camera. But everything that out of the 5 strategies that we're going to go over today, all but one, I recommend just using your smart device. Okay, so trying to keep this as simplistic as possible. Mr. Blackman says gimbal helps. Yes, Mr. Blackman is one of our GoPro clients. He's also on our growth production as well, our add-on program, where you actually film the shots and you send it to us, and then we do all the editing for you, which is really cool. But he was a little shaky with some of his footage, so he went out and got a gimbal, which is really, really awesome. All right, guys, you know me, I don't want to waste any time. Do me a favor, drop a 1 if you're pumped to spend the next hour with me. Come on, let me see him come in. There we go. There we go. All right. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Hello, Miss Paulos. We got Fight Sports. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing the time. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Are we good? Awesome. Let me get the chat box over on my right so I can see questions come in. All right. So 5 simple videos every school owner needs. If you At the end of this webinar, you're gonna literally have action steps. So grab your pen and pencil or open up a Word document. Make sure you shut down Facebook. If you try to implement all 5 of these, you are going to get incredibly overwhelmed. Okay, so that's not what I'm telling you to do. What I'm telling you to do is pick one. All right, and some of these are going to be recruitment strategies. Some of these are going to be retention strategies. If you know what your attrition rate is, right? And your attrition rate is just the churn rate, the percentage of students that you're losing every month. If your attrition rate is 5% or over, that is a telltale sign that you need to be focusing on retention strategies, okay? If your attrition rate is at a 2% or 3%, that's telling me that your retention strategies are right on point, and maybe then you focus more on the recruitment videos that we're going to be talking about. If you've done any trainings with me, you've heard me say math is the path, all right? I literally had this conversation with my 19-year-old yesterday. He's currently in EMT school, and he dropped a bomb in the morning, and he said, I want to drop out of EMT school and go into the military. And my wife and I's heart just completely, like got ripped out of our chest. And it was because one of his friends just got back from the military and was like, yeah, I get $2,000 a month and they pay for my school. He only has 9 months left. He's got 16 weeks of EMT, and then he's got 6 months of Fire 2. He's already done Fire 1. In 9 months, he gets to be a firefighter, where they're on average making $50,000 a year. So I literally busted out a spreadsheet and put the numbers in that if he went to the military, this is how much he would have earned at the end of 4 years. But if he stays on the path of going to firefight, being a firefighter, this is how much. And I mean, it was almost 3x the amount. And I said, Nate, numbers don't lie. Math is the path. Well, at the end of the conversation, he decided that he was going to stick with EMT and continue on his firefighter journey. So I always look at your numbers, guys. So I want you to look at your numbers and then decide which videos that you should be implementing. All right. So let's kick it off. Back in the good old days when MTV came out, their first video is the video killed the radio star. All right. That was like one of the first videos that MTV put out when they actually played, music videos. And video, along with the vehicle that we watch it on, which is the smartphone, has killed a lot more than just the radio. All right. I want you to really think about when you pull your phone out, what do you utilize it for? What has it replaced? It's replaced cameras. It's replaced photo albums. It's replaced our television. It's replaced paper maps. Like, when's the last time you actually used a paper map, right? We got Google Maps. We've got MapQuest. It's replaced books, right? We can actually read the book on our device if we want, or we can listen with Audible. It's replaced laptops. I know plenty of multimillionaires that don't even own a laptop. Mr. Mike Metzger is the perfect example of that. He doesn't even own a laptop. He does everything off of his phone and his iPad. And it's also replaced video consoles. I will admit I've gotten sucked into the Candy Crush craze when it first came out. This phone has replaced so many different aspects of our life. And what that ultimately means, guys, is we have a huge opportunity, because every person is literally carrying a media station in their pocket. And when you forget your phone, what do we say? What do we feel like when we don't have our phone on us? Usually you hear people say, oh, I feel naked, right? I think Mr. McGraw said homeless. I don't know. Is that what you said? Right? We feel like a piece of our body is actually missing when we don't have the phone. So I truly believe that schools that crack the code and are able to become omnipresent, which just means you are everywhere, right? You are the best known dojo. If you are able to become omnipresent on your prospects and your students' digital devices, those are the school owners that are ultimately going to win. Literally, when my when my students and my prospects open up their phone and they are looking at their phone, I want to be in their Gmail app, right? Which is their inbox. I want to make sure they see Gracie Pack when they open up their email, when they open up their text messages with SMS marketing. You guys got a reminder text message for this webinar before it started, okay? I want when they click on Facebook that they're going to see our ads, they're going to see our posts. I want when they click on Instagram, they're going to see our ads, they're going to see our posts. When they go into YouTube, I even want them to have a Gracie Pack app on their device. So literally every time they are looking at this, which I think the statistic is we spend almost 4 to 5 hours on our device every day, like the average American 4 to 5 hours. That is a large chunk of somebody's attention. How often are they seeing your school? Okay, we have such a huge opportunity here, and that is the why. Mr. Morales' PowerPoint parent presentations are awesome. Yes, sir, they are. I'm not ashamed. And Mr. Gage, the 4 to 5 hours seems low. Yeah, right. For some people, it might be. Okay, so let's break down. That's the why. And if you still, don't believe me, video ads are the #1 way consumers discover a brand they later purchase from. Okay, 93% of brands get new customers because of videos on social media. All right, for GrowPro, when somebody comes on and does a free marketing audit with us and does a sales call, 9 out of 10 times it's because they saw some piece of content that I put out, and I put out a lot of video content. Okay, 84% of people say they've been convinced to buy products or services by watching a brand's videos. And I mean, the stats just back it up that this is a huge opportunity, and this is something that you need to implement. Mr. Cougar, if you have a question, just drop it in the chat box, sir, and I will get to it. So how come not all school owners are utilizing this, right? How come not everybody is leveraging the power of video? Well, because I think we all have some frustrations. Number one, we don't know what to shoot. And that's why you guys are on this webinar, because I'm going to give you the 5 types of videos that you should be implementing in your school. I think another huge frustration is scripting, right? So I put a post out yesterday in the MAE group about resistance. And it's the concept is from the book, The War of Art, not to be confused on The Art of War. And I have been really struggling finishing my book that's called The Best Known Dojo. And I love to write. I love to create. I love creating content. But I think sometimes we just get really stuck because we don't know what to say on those videos. And then, probably the biggest frustration with videos is this feel that we have to edit all of them. And, this is one of the reasons why I like Facebook Live so much. It was one of the reasons why I didn't like Facebook Live when it first came out, because quote unquote, perfectionist. But people love watching lives because it's real. And when we make a mistake, especially as martial arts school owners, we get put up on these pedestals. When we make a mistake or we stumble over our words, it just shows that we're human. So really, out of the 5 videos, or all out of the 5 types of videos, one of them should have professional editing. And that doesn't mean I think you need to, dedicate your life to learn how to do video editing. It is incredibly time consuming. Rendering takes forever unless it's something you're passionate about, right? If you love doing video editing, then that's different, right? And I think Mrs. Pendergrass, you're one of those people that enjoys doing that kind of stuff, right? But I think that's a major frustration, is that we don't have the skill set to make it look like a professional video. So what do we want? We want confidence. In that post that I put yesterday, there was a ton of school owners that commented on certain things they were feeling resistance towards. And Mr. George Ney commented that he has such a resistance to filming videos, and it's just because a lack of confidence is there. And I mean, how do you develop confidence? You become competent in something, right? If I'm competent in something, if I'm good at something, I'm going to have a certain level of confidence. Well, how am I going to get good at it? what do you tell your students? You got to do it. You got to practice, guys. There's no other way to get better than practicing. When I first had this huge resistance versus Facebook Live videos, I created a dummy Facebook group where I was the only one that was in it, so I could practice going live and I could learn the technology and the best angles and what buttons to push. Okay. Mr. Morales, what's an average or reasonable cost to pay for pro content and video editing? Yeah, so that's a great question. It's a big question because it really depends on the size of the project. So usually people will charge based off of the length of the video. And then the other question is, well, are they coming in and are they filming it themselves and then they're editing? Or are you filming it and then are you filming it and then they are editing? So there's a lot of different variables. You know, usually you're probably going to see around $250 per video edit on about a 2 to 3 minute video is what we've seen. And I've done a lot of freelance, like hired out work prior to having a videographer on staff. And that's what I was paying. I was paying about $250 for a 2 to 3 minute video. That includes them coming in and filming as well as editing. But it really just depends on, you know, who you got on your team. Mr. Blackman has one of the best photographers that I've ever seen. I believe it's like the uncle of one of his students that quoted him like $10 an hour to come in, to shoot, and to edit. And Mr. Blackman was like, is that a good price? I'm like, sir, that is a freaking steal. Like, that is such a good deal that I would fly this guy out from New Mexico to Tampa because it's such a good deal. All right. So a lot of times you might have family members on, you know, in your school that might have these capabilities of photography and videography that would be willing to do it, you know, cheaper than maybe utilizing a source like Fiverr.com, which is, you know, where you can hire freelancers to get this editing done, right? We also offer a program at GrowPro where we teach you how to shoot the videos and then we edit them for you. All right. So we do all the editing, all the text, all the music, but you shoot it for us. Right. And I think that the program's like $199 a month to be able to do that. So it is, you know, I mean, you are going to pay for it, but you can find cost-effective avenues. All right. Guys, if, you know, you try to use someone local or you fly someone out to your school, flying somebody out to your school is going to be very, very expensive because you got to pay for flight. They're going to charge you for, you know, stay, location, hotel, and then they're also going to charge you to be able to film it and edit it. So I just know that there are some really great local options that are out there as well if you really wanted to go all in on this, okay? And then, you know, lastly, we want it to be easily scripted and have some form of done-for-you editing, so we are not the ones that are sitting behind, you know, Adobe for hours and hours on end, all right? So those are the frustrations, those are the wants. Let's dive in to the videos. And please understand, at the end of the day, if you want to be able to market your school, which I think we all want to be able to do, right? We want to be able to market so that we can get sales. If you want to be able to crush the online digital marketing game, you have to have content. If you don't have content, you don't get a click. If you don't get a click, you're not going to get a lead. If you don't get a lead, you don't get an appointment. If you don't get an appointment, you don't make the sale. So it starts with content. And these are the 5 pieces of video content that I recommend. So first and foremost, these are personalized retention videos. Okay, so we talked about this in the beginning of today's training, where you need to know your numbers. Okay, math is the path, and that's going to tell you where the focus needs to be. For us at Gracie Pack, retention right now is our biggest struggle. Enrollments ain't a problem. It's retention. We just had a meeting on Monday about what extra can we do to have better retention strategies. And personalized videos are my favorite. So a welcome video, okay? When a lead comes in, if you have a free offer, we see this often in we see this often in like Facebook groups where people are asking, what type of offer should you do? And then you'll see 150 different comments. You should do free, you should do paid, you should do this, you should do that. 2 classes free, 2 classes paid. If you have a free offer, your show rate potentially could be lower than what you would want it to be. And we want our show rate to be at least 70%. So if 10 people book an appointment on a free offer, we want 7 of those 10 people to show up. Life gets in the way. How many times have you canceled an appointment, right? I mean, we've all canceled appointments before. But if you are noticing that your show rate is not where it needs to be, this is a great opportunity. And I put this under retention strategies. This is definitely a recruiting strategy as well. But I just think that the level of attention to detail that is provided in this, and it's especially right in the beginning of the relationship, will ultimately help with retention as well. So it's just a quick welcome video that you shoot on your smartphone. Hey, Johnny, this is Coach Chris at Gracie Pack MMA. We're so pumped to see you for your 4:30 intro class today. We're going to have a blast, so get ready to have some fun. How long did that take me, guys? 10 seconds? 10 seconds, right? And then I've got to find the phone number, and then I got to text it to this person. Okay, this is one of the reasons why I'm a huge proponent of using a smart device as your main school number as opposed to a landline. Most CRMs do not have the ability to send video text messages. So if you did want to send that video, you'd have to like upload it to YouTube or upload it to Vimeo and then send them a link. If you do it right from your smart device, you don't have to do that. It's going to save you a crazy amount of time. So if you're finding that your show rate is lower than 70%, then my recommendation would be to implement this. I would have whoever is going to be working with the child, the one that does the video. Okay. Our coaches come in well before classes start to be able to implement these videos as well. All right. So it's just a welcome video to your appointments. Okay. The next type of personalized video, when somebody becomes a new student. All right. I would, think that none of us would want our new students to have buyer's remorse, right? We don't want the parents to have buyer's remorse. If they're an adult, we don't want them to have buyer's remorse. What an amazing little touch point to just say, hey, we are just so excited to have you on our team, and we can't wait to see you on the mats this week, right? For our kids, students, they have to earn their white belt. So at the end, and they do that by cleaning their room, and it's our way of tying in, success in the home as well as success in the martial arts school. So we do that on purpose. We do not give them their white belt with their uniform. They have to earn it. So we add that to the end of the video. Make sure you earn your white belt before your next class, okay? So this is when they become a new student, all right? Next up, upgrades. We really leveled up our video marketing for our upgrade programs. We actually have, when somebody gets nominated to an upgrade program, we have an elite landing page that has a video that explains our elite upgrade program, talks to them about, what they're going to get, how they can schedule their class. We have that for our elite program as well as our master's club program. So when somebody gets nominated, we have an automated email that goes out through our CRM that has a link to this so they can watch the information about, well, what just happened, right? More than likely, you pre-framed your upgrade programs when they initially signed up, for those of you that do have upgrade programs, but they just got so much information when they initially sign up that a lot of times the upgrade program stuff just goes completely over their head. So this is a really great way to be able to break down, the elite program and the master's club. Some of you might call yours black belt club or ultimate club. Okay. But we also, when somebody joins, sends a personalized video. Okay. And, the thought process behind this is, think about a kid, right? Now, let's say it's like a 5-year-old. If you sent a text message to the 5-year-old, one that probably wouldn't even be able to read the entire thing. If you left a voicemail for the parent on the phone, the kid would probably be get excited hearing your voice. I don't think anything is more exciting than seeing your instructor send you a personalized video. The phone call doesn't beat that, a text message doesn't beat it, and a picture doesn't beat it. A video will win every single time. Okay, now, guys, we always give you the keynote. So these are the scripts, right? I said that was probably one of your frustrations, is that you didn't know what to say in the video. I'm giving you the script on what you can say in these videos, okay? If you don't have upgrade programs, you should have upgrade programs. Check out mayafoundations.com. There's my call to action for you, all right? We miss you. Hopefully you're making MIA calls, MIA text messages. You want to take it up a notch? You can do an MIA video, right? We noticed you weren't in your Little Ninja Beginner class last week. We wanted to shoot this quick message to let you know that you were missed and just to make sure that you're okay. Please let us know, okay? Is this slightly more time consuming than a phone call? I mean, maybe 1.5 times more time consuming. It's, I mean, it really just depends on your skill level on being in front of the camera, right? How many takes is it gonna take for you to be able to shoot a "We Miss You" video? And it doesn't need to be perfect, guys, okay? Be authentic. And then finally, birthday videos. Our students love this. So, do we shoot birthday videos every single day? No, we want to try to automate the process as much as possible. So what we do is we film these videos. You can film it on your phone, you can film it on your laptop, and then we use a Gmail app called Boomerang, okay? It was a paid app, but I think it's free now. And it allows you to schedule out emails, okay? So on the 30th or the 31st of every month, the instructor goes through the next month's birthday list, and they just say, hey, Johnny, I know it's a super special day for you today because it's your 10th birthday. We wanted to say happy birthday, and we hope it rocks. That's it, 10 seconds. And it's got to be a shorter video anyways, because otherwise the Boomerang app will not send it. All right, so you want to try to have around 10 to 15 seconds, and then we drop it in to an email, and we email that to the parent and schedule it for the day of their birthday. The feedback we get on this is phenomenal. The parents cannot believe, one, that we remembered that it was their birthday, and two, that they get to show their child when they wake up for their birthday that their instructor remembered and cared enough to send a message. This is an amazing retention strategy, okay? So videos number one, personalized retention videos, okay? Mr. Gage, what app service would you recommend for dummy cell numbers? I don't want to share my personal cell number for boundaries purposes. I mean, I can't recommend one just because we've never used one, because since day one, we've always had a school phone. When I first got started, my personal number was the school phone. And I think just like Mr. Gage recognizes that you want to set boundaries. So it was very quickly, a couple of months in, I was like, no, I need my own personalized number. But we've always used a cell phone number, okay? Ron from Proper Guidance. Oh, and shout out to Mr. Ron Graziano. I just got an email this morning that he was hired as skills marketing director, which is really exciting. So congratulations, Mr. Graziano. I know we've got a lot of skills schools on here as well. But yes, you guys are going to get all these scripts because you're going to get access to the keynotes, okay? All right, let's keep it moving. We're about 30 minutes in. So video type number 2, and more than likely you guys have a huge resistance to that, and that's okay. We just got to overcome it. It's live videos, all right? So you've heard me preach the What's Up Monday video. You're basically going over your newsletter, any announcements, any events, any birthdays. If you have curriculum you want to go over, testing you want to go over, you are not going to get massive amounts of people to watch this video. What you are going to get is a confidence level boost to be able to do other live videos, okay? You could do this on your business page, but a lot of the information is relevant to your Facebook group, which is different from your business page. The benefit of doing it from a business page is you do have people that like and follow your business page that aren't students. And if they're on Facebook, when you go live, they get a notification. How often are you on Facebook and in the bottom left-hand corner, you see a little notification that somebody's going live, right? So if they're online, they'll get that notification, and now we can put them in an audience of people that we can retarget, okay? So there is a benefit to doing it on your business page, but you're not gonna get a ton of reach and a ton of views on these What's Up Monday videos because they're just announcement videos and they're really made for your own students. So if you wanted to put them in your Facebook group, that's completely okay, all right? Next up, showcase videos, okay? This is something I had to get on my team on Monday about because they were simply not doing this for the last month and a half. We had a major schedule change, meaning like classes shifted 30 minutes up. We went from 45-minute classes to 40-minute classes and 30-minute specialty classes. I mean, we completely revamped our schedule. And we also added 8 extra classes as well. And some of this stuff went to the back burner. I said, guys, we've got to get back on track with this. So showcasing your classes, sorry for the spelling error, showcasing your events, any seminars, staff members, and your programs, okay? And anytime we do this, guys, you start the camera selfie style and you give them a little intro. Hey, this is Professor Chris from Gracie Pack. Right now, we have our Little Ninja Beginners class. This is our 5, 6, and 7-year-olds who are just being introduced to the martial arts. Today, they're going over how to fall properly. Let's take a look. You flip the camera around, you show them what's going on the mat, you get some engagement with the kids, high five, fist bump, we say hello to the coach, and then we flip that camera back around and we give them a call to action. If you have a child between the ages of 3 to teens, we've got a class for you. Drop a comment below and let's get you set up on your free introductory lesson. And that's it. That's a showcase. All right. These videos are so important because it allows you to build larger audiences that you can then show paid ads to. This is a very, very strong strategy, but it starts with creating the live content. Okay. Educational content. We were talking about Skills Schools, right? Skills provides so much educational content to its members. Do how-tos, frequently asked questions. You could even do a talk show style. I'll never forget when COVID hit, a lot of schools started doing a talk show. The Pendergrasses have done a talk show for almost 2 years. I think it's called like On the Mat with Guy and Rob, and they are so consistent with it. Every week they do like a 20-minute talk show about a different topic that is relevant to their students and to their prospects. And I'll never forget when COVID hit, there was one of our Grow Pro clients, a CMA school in Orlando. They did a hot wing eating contest. And they had all of the instructors with wings and all different levels of spices to see which instructor could eat the hottest hot wings. Guys, what in the world does that have to do with martial arts? Nothing. But if your instructor was doing a hot sauce eating contest, would you tune into that? I know I would 100% because it's entertaining, right? So educational content, entertaining content, edutainment, right? That's Disney's whole policy, right? We want to put out edutainment, okay? And then just sharing your expertise. I not only want you to be the best known dojo, right? But I also want you to be best known because you are insert, whether you're a childhood development center, right? So show your expertise. And I think these types of videos lend kind of a little bit easier to instructors because we're teachers. I mean, that's what these educational videos are, is you are teaching, you just have a camera on, okay? And then finally, behind the scenes, right? So, oh, I didn't edit this slide. My apology, guys. So that's not what that should say. But behind the scenes would be like, what happens in your academy between 12 and 1, or 1 and 2, or 2 to 3, or maybe you're getting set up for a birthday party and you want to show people that, hey, this is what our birthday party setup looks like. Okay, now they know, oh, I didn't even know that school does birthday parties. How cool is that? Or maybe you're setting up for a parent night out event. You want to get everybody pumped up about it, okay? So you can do behind the scenes, which gives people kind of a peek into the culture and what happens when they're not actually at the academy. All right. So that is number two, video number two. That is live videos. Mr. Gage, how do you properly balance teaching and doing showcase if you're the only instructor, don't want to take away from the students and parents? Yeah, great question. So, I mean, safety is number one, right? Like, I'm a BJJ school. Could you imagine if I was the only instructor on the mat and I'm going live and a kid breaks somebody's arm because I wasn't watching them to, slow down the tap? So my question to you is, do you think there would be one parent that would potentially be willing to help? I think there would be. And I think most people know how to use social media. And if you could show them, like, this is how you go live, that they would be more than willing to help you. And I think that is a fault that not a lot of us ask for help. And I know in the beginning when I was running my school, I thought like, oh, that's going to look less professional if I ask them for help. Like, people want to help you. They want to see you succeed. So I do believe safety needs to come first. And if you are the only instructor, then prioritizing a Facebook Live over the safety of your instructors would not be ideal. All right.
Mr. Rodriguez, can I do a quick input on that?
Sure.
I know something that we've done, because I've been the only instructor as well, is just another option. Instead of doing it during class, do a quick call out when class is over. Hey, Johnny here was rocking his break falls. And, of course, get parents' permission first. Just want to show everybody how great we were doing the fall downs today. Check this out. So that way you get a shout out, a spotlight as well. Then you don't have to worry about trying to interrupt your class.
Yeah, great point, right? Can we do them before classes? Can we do them after classes? Okay. All right. If you have at least had one takeaway so far, give me a 1 in the chat box. If you feel like the last 37 minutes of your life has not been wasted, give me a 1. And I'm going to see who thinks that I wasted 37 minutes of their life. So, all right. Awesome, guys. Cool. Let's jump into number 3. Thank you. All right. Positioning videos, right? We want to be positioned as the best known. We want to be positioned as the expert. All right. And I just know that not a lot of schools do these too. All right. Rhonda says, you never waste my time. Thank you, ma'am. Guys, I've talked about this over and over again, this automated welcome video. All right. We have this video sitting on a landing page in our Market Muscles site, right? So we have our welcome video on a landing page in our Market Muscles site. We have our elite upgrade video, and we also have our Masters Club video. Why do I like putting it on a landing page on my website? Well, because there's brand congruency with the URL as opposed to sending somebody directly to YouTube. I know that Mr. Ron Graziano has like really, he really dislikes sending people to YouTube because YouTube will make suggested videos afterwards. And sometimes it might suggest a video from one of your competitors. It might suggest a video that wouldn't really be appropriate for a kid to see. So this is a great way to kind of navigate through this. But this is the automated. We automate this. So when they book an appointment as a part of the confirmation series, we send them this link and we tell them to watch the video. And it's just, this is what our school looks like. This is what you can expect. And this is really powerful, guys, because the sale comes down to building a relationship and trust. The sale comes down to somebody trusting you. And, familiarity breeds comfort. If somebody's more familiar with you and your brand, right? If you spend 20 minutes on the phone with them, getting to know them and what their pain points are, instead of 2 minutes on the phone with them, you just leveled up their comfort level with you. And that's going to make the sale so much easier. Okay. I just did a podcast with Mr. John Stewart, and he added this nice little twist to this welcome video that I thought was really cool. He had the instructors give some funky, like, my favorite ice cream is Rocky Road and my favorite color is red. And what he noticed that was happening was that when the parents came in, they would say, oh, that's Mr. Smith. His favorite color is red. And they would actually be initiating the engagement as opposed to the other way around. And I thought that was a really cool little addition that he added to this welcome video that I trained him on doing. Okay. This type of video, you could do talking head. All right. We had ours professionally edited because it is, first impressions, guys, right? And I think a talking head would still make a great first impression, but I just wanted it to look like a professional video. All right. You have the link in there so you can go and watch it later on. And guys, you know, success leaves clues. All right. So I'll give you the example of I'm in a mastermind for marketing agencies, and my mentor's name is Josh. And when I first came on board, I opted into his funnel. Right. I went to his website. I opted in. I wanted to see what all of that marketing looked like. And he had a video on the page to get people to book a discovery call. And the video was perfect. And I'm like, well, I want that script. Am I going to reach out and bother him for the script? Or am I just going to get this done? And I sat there on the website and I hit play. And as he talked, I typed out the script. And then I paused. And then I hit play. And then I paused until I had his whole freaking script. And then he does plumbing and HVAC. So I took out everywhere it said plumbing and HVAC. And I said martial arts schools. And now I had the script. So Chris, I don't know what to say in my welcome video. You have my video. I'm not going to do the work for you. Hit play, hit pause, type it up. You got the script. Okay. This is really next level. And I can guarantee, unless your competitor is on this call, that your competitors are not taking this extra step. Okay. And then another thing that you could send, and I think the automated welcome video is enough, but maybe you wanted to level it up. You could also send program videos that are age specific. So let's say, you have a 5-year-old that's coming in for introductory lesson. We have program videos, meaning for every age group and every program we have, adult program, kids program, we have just a little like 30-second video of footage of the class. And that footage is, really exciting and it's fast paced. And you could send out that video as a part of your confirmation series as well. And it's just another positioning type of video that is going to position you as a more professional business than anybody else. Okay. Number 4, and this is quickly becoming the most powerful type of video marketing, user-generated videos. Guys, you can talk until you're blue in the face about how amazing you are. You can post about how amazing you are, or you can do that, but you can also get user-generated content. So this is just pictures, videos that are posted by your students on social media. And this happens all the time, okay? So user-generated would be them posting pictures, posting videos, giving you testimonials, doing case studies. This often happens at graduation ceremonies. How often do you have a graduation ceremony and then afterwards you go on Facebook and you see all the parents posting pictures of your students? That is user-generated content, and it's free advertising, because now all of their hundreds or maybe even thousands of friends that more than likely the majority live within the vicinity that they live are now going to see it. All right. And Google reviews, you guys know I preach about getting Google reviews, right? Want you to be in triple digits. Facebook recommendations are great, but video testimonials are super powerful. And the key to getting a great video testimonial is highlighting where that person started. Where were they at? What was going on in their life that made them want to seek out martial arts? What was happening? Were they overweight? Did they maybe not have that many friends? Did the child need more help with focus in school? And then you highlight where they're at now, right? This is where we started. This is where we're at now. And guess what the bridge is from point A to point B? It's your martial arts program. And that's it. Like, you don't need to overthink these case study testimonial videos. Like, what was going on in your life? Where were you at? Where are you at now? How did our program help you get from A to B? And you got a video testimonial. Okay. And when you have major events like graduation ceremonies where people are really at the height of their excitement, that's a great opportunity for you to ask for these videos. Okay. So that is video number 4. Last up, and this is really the only one that I would recommend getting professionally edited. All right. And that's going to be advertising videos, one of the types of advertising videos. So You can absolutely do talking heads. We have, the majority of our Grow Pro clients will shoot a talking head video. We give them the script. We tell them what to say. Anytime you change your offer, you should be shooting a new video. All right, guys. So this isn't like a one and done, because that video is going to fatigue out, and more than likely you're changing your offer with the seasons. So anytime you change your offer, do a talking head video. What does a talking head video mean? It just means your talking head is in the camera. That's it. All right. And this is something that doesn't need to be edited. All right. You could do it selfie style. You could have somebody else hold the camera. You could put it on a tripod. The majority of the ads that you see on Facebook are talking head style. Why? Because it's the easiest and most simplistic. Okay. Then you have commercial style, which is the one that you would want to hire a professional to do. And my favorite template to use is called the GREAT template, G-R-E-A-T. So when you are writing out what this commercial script would be, or if you're working with a professional videographer and they say, okay, what do you want in this video? This is a great kind of template to be able to give them. G, grab attention, right? We're not just going to stand there and that's going to be the first thing. Guys, your logo, I know you probably love your logo. Stop putting it at the beginning of videos. Nobody cares about your logo, all right? Don't start with the logo. If you're that obsessed, put the logo at the end or have it like watermarked in the corner, okay? But you need some movement. And how cool looking is martial arts? Like, just do some martial arts. So as people are scrolling, they're going to see movement. That movement is going to stop their eye, grab attention. Then you got to restate the pain point. For whatever reason, as humans, we want to run away from pain more than we want to run towards pleasure. So what are the pain points? Is it back to school season? Has your child been, for the last 3 months just sitting on the couch playing video games? What is the pain point? And then you explain your unique selling proposition. And guys, unique is not rebuild confidence, rebuild focus. Like, that's not unique, because every martial arts school says that. Okay. Got to be unique. And then actual proof. All right. You're telling me that you can help people overcome this challenge and your program is this great. Well, prove it to me. You can literally take a Google review and do a voiceover, and that's your actual proof that what you do works. You could also get a parent on the camera, which would be even more powerful. And then finally, you tell them what to do next. You got to give them a call to action. All right. Tell them exactly where to go and what to do next. Okay. And that is, Mr. Gage is asking, what is Gracie's Packs USP? So this would be based off of whatever the specific promotion you are doing, right? So we're like back to school season right now. Okay. So I'll use that as an example. So let's say I wanted to shoot a video that invites people for our confidence building board breaking mass intro, or a focus for better grades. All right. So let's say we were doing focus for better grades. Then what I would do is I would highlight, okay, what am I going to go over that's going to help these kids actually focus for better grades in the classroom? I would bullet point that out, which would be the curriculum that I'm going to go over during that mass intro. And it would be individual to whatever the offer would be. All right. So one that we do every year in October is Rise Above Bullying, because bully is, October is, anti-bullying month. And we break down that, our unique selling position is that we're going to teach your child how to overcome every bully situation through the 3 T's: talk, tell, tackle. We're also going to give them the 5 rules of engagement, right? So it really comes down to nomenclature. I mean, if you were, I know a lot of people use like ABCs for board breaking, right? You got to aim, you got to believe, you got to have confidence, right? So what could you name that? I mean, you could name it, we're going to teach them the ABCs of building confidence, or you could think of something that's a little bit more creative. Okay. So guys, those are the 5 videos. Number 1, we got the personalized retention videos. Number 2, you've got your live videos. Number 3, you have your positioning videos. Number 4 is user generated videos. And number 5 is advertising videos. All right. And like I said, look at your numbers and let that determine where you're going to start. Okay. Which one of these? And, you know, I said 5, these are 5 types of videos, but I gave you a lot more options than just 5, right? And some of these are going to resonate with you more than others. Okay. As always, guys, we offer a free marketing audit, growproagency.com/survey. If you've done it before and you want to do it again, maybe it's been a year or so, you are absolutely welcome to do it. And we are also recently launched our social media add-on program. We've always offered social media management, but you had to purchase our highest tier package, which is $1,000 a month in order to get it. And, you know, we've had a lot of school owners ask about it, but they could not afford the $1,000 per month. So we are now offering as an add-on program. These are custom, look at that, custom pictures of your students in your school that we post for you. This is not some stock image crap. We actually set up a Google Drive folder. You dump all your pictures and videos, and we post for you 3 times a week. We're offering a special right now, $99 for the first month, and that's $249 after. The link is in there. The coupon code is in there if you need help with your organic social media game. All right. We've got about 9 minutes left. Talked pretty fast today. We normally go over, so that's good. I wanted to see if anybody had any questions specific to the 5 types of video marketing, you know, at all, anything that we went over. Ms. Palos, thank you for sharing awesome information. Very helpful to be successful. Absolutely. Any questions, guys? All right. If knowledge was enough, we'd all have 6-packs and we'd all be driving Rolls Royces. I don't know. I'm working on my 6-pack. You got to take action. It's not enough. I know a lot of school owners who sit on these trainings all day. That's all they do. Okay. That is not taking action. That is you being in motion. It's like a hamster on the wheel. They're like, I'm moving. You ain't going anywhere unless you take action on these. So pick one, get your team on board, and knock it out. All right, we got some questions in here. I love it. Okay. Live Facebook versus live Instagram. Depends on, you know, your school. If you have a more predominantly adult school, we see better engagement with Instagram. If you have a predominantly kids school, we see better engagement with Facebook. Why not do both? All you need is 2 phones. Grab somebody else's phone. You can go live on both. Okay. What do you include in the welcome video? Mrs. Reeves. Yeah. So you're going to get access to the link. So you'll be able to see the entire video, but we're basically showing them what the building looks like in the parking lot. And guys, let's think about the psychology behind this, right? Like if somebody's coming to a 5 o'clock appointment, they're probably battling 5 p.m. traffic, right? And sometimes people get road rage and they're, you know, really frustrated. Like the last thing I want them to then have to figure out is, where are we located? What does our building look like? Where can I park? So we're giving them those visuals beforehand, which makes getting to our facility less stressful, right? So we show them the building, where to park, what the door looks like, what the front desk, come to the front desk. This is who you're going to meet. We introduce who they're going to be working with. We give a little tour. And when I say tour, it's not like it's just some B-roll footage of what the school looks like. And all we're doing is saying, this is what's going to happen. And then when they come in and that actually happens, what does that build? That builds trust. I say I'm going to do something for you, and then I do it. This is the expectation you can have, and then we follow through on that. Okay? Did Market Muscles do automation for you? So Market Muscles has templates inside of their landing pages, and then you can just swap out the images and the text message if you're asking about the landing page. I would potentially, you know, if you're not super tech savvy, would just reach out to support and say, hey guys, I need some help building this landing page. You know, can you help me out? And they might be able to give you some direction, but they do have templates in there, and you can just swap out the images and the text message. And they also have training videos on how to do that. Okay. Would you recommend an app like Big Voo to help with scripts? Yes, Mr. Smith, great question. So depending on the length of the video and the person that is shooting the video, guys, I used scripts for a very, very long time. if I have a very long video that has like very pertinent information and maybe I just don't have the time to memorize it, then I still use Big Voo, but I tried to get away from it because sometimes the videos felt a little unnatural. And I've been using more of a framework on my videos now, especially the content videos that you see inside of the MAE group. But that's a skill that you've got to develop. And what's going to make it easier is just using the Big Voo app. And there are plenty of other teleprompter apps that you can use. That's just the one that I use. Ms. Keen, this was great information. Do you email videos or text them for retention? So the only video we email are the birthday videos, and that's just because it needs to be scheduled out, and you can't schedule out video text messages on your phone. That would be pretty cool though. Maybe Apple needs to get on that, right? Or there might be an app that can do that for you, but the birthday videos are the only ones that go out via email. Mr. Jordan, thanks again. Very appreciative. I was late jumping on. Missed the first 25 minutes. Absolutely. The replay link will go out depending on how much work my team has, either today, but definitely by tomorrow. Okay. You'll get the link and you'll get the keynote. Can you please give a little more detail on a positioning video? Yeah. So the positioning video is just positioning you. That's all I'm saying is it's just going to position you higher than your competitors. That's all that means, right? So sending that automated welcome video, setting out a program video, which is just a 30-second clip video of whatever class that they would potentially be coming into, which, shows what the class is like, is just really going to help improve the excitement for when they're coming in. When do you post videos to the private group versus the public page? So almost all of these are going to be on your public page with the exception of the What's Up Monday video. That one would go, like I said earlier, in your Facebook group. Recommended done for you video editing app platform, GrowPro Agency. Send an email, customer success at growproagency.com. Guys, I got a plug. Come on. These videos, should we bother having someone hold the phone for us, or you get better results when it's selfie style? Do you have T-Rex arms? That would be my first question. If you got small little T-Rex arms, maybe sell that. Seriously, like I don't have very long arms. So sometimes I'm like, man, they can see my blackheads right now, or they can see my pores. So I got a selfie stick, which helps. But it can help it to feel more authentic. And you can literally, I told you want to have motion in the beginning of the majority of your videos. You can literally swipe it in so that there's motion and bring it right to your face. So the majority of these, especially reaching out to your students, MIA calls, stuff like that, absolutely do that selfie style. Miss Rhonda, thanks again. Miss Keen, awesome. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, my email address, midgettwister@gmail.com. It's really funny when I go into professional business meetings and somebody asks for my email and I say it's Midget Twister. And it's a great conversation starter, even though it's incredibly not professional. But you know what? That's okay. These will go out today, definitely by tomorrow, potentially today. Reach out to me. I know somebody said still not understanding. Reach out, guys. I'm here to help you. I hope I provided some value to your day today. And if you need help with your digital marketing, growproagency.com/survey. Everybody make it a great day. I'll see you guys later.